Welcome to The Lounge Show, your weekly dose of films, fashion, food, culture and more. Here's what's on the show tonight. Yet another defunct Mumbai mill turns into a high-end store. Sucker Punch, Zack Snyder's latest CGI adventure reviewed. How do you play Holi in New York? On a ship off the harbor, of course. And a signature dish from the Syrian Christian cookbook. With the death of the mills in Mumbai, the working class symbols of the city are being taken over by objects of luxury. The latest is the rather unimaginatively titled Le Mill, a sprawling new designer store that has opened in another old defunct mill land. Rachna Nakra visited the store to find out more.
It's hard to tell that this plush new concept store in Mumbai once used to be a rice mill. The 15,000 square feet store called Le Mill opened last week with a collection of furniture, homeware, fashion accessories, clothes, a children's line, and a flower shop. Four friends living in Mumbai with backgrounds in fashion, art and business have come together to introduce a European aesthetic to the fashion and lifestyle space of the city with a strong Indian influence.
So everything started 1 year back when we all met and we arrived in Bombay, and we were all very frustrated, the three of us, not to find what we were looking for, and we were a bit frustrated in shopping. So we've decided to offer to Bombay and to create a space, a concept store where we could find everything and you could hang out.
The interior section includes an in-house collection of furniture and kitchenware. The fashion section includes labels such as Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen's line, The Row. French brand Heimstone for a bit of Parisian chic, besides Indian designers such as Savio John and Anamika Khanna.
Fans of films like 300 and Watchmen, which are director Zack Snyder's earlier works, might feel compelled to sample this CGI-intensive fantasy action adventure, his latest release called Sucker Punch.
I lost everyone I've ever loved. Then they locked me away.
Baby doll, played by Emily Browning, has been framed by her evil stepfather for her sister's murder, which she didn't commit. She's promptly confined to a gothic mental asylum, the kind where lobotomies are liberally ordered.
I need to get out. I'm gonna escape from here.
There's armed guards everywhere, and if Blue finds out, we're dead.
Counting down to that dreaded day, Baby doll escapes her grim and dark reality by entering into a fantasy world. In this other world, she gathers a band of female inmates to plot an escape from their evil captors.
What are you looking for?
A way out.
I'm going to help you to be free. You will need to find 5 items. The first is a map. Then fire. Then a knife. And a key.
If you can tear yourself away from the World Cup, it might sound like a boys' night out for some stylized violence, stunning visuals and girls in corsets. Beyond this, don't expect too much from Sucker Punch. We've all had a fabulous Holi weekend, so spare a thought for Indians living in New York, where you won't really be permitted to run wild on the streets with color and drinks made from cannabis. So a group of expat Indians in New York did the next best thing, hire a ship to play Holi on the deck.
There was no better way for New Yorkers to welcome in the spring season last weekend than to celebrate Holi at none other than the South Street Seaport, located in downtown Manhattan.
I think the color, I think just to be able to play with color here is like playing Holi in India, because that was the one thing we were not able to play within New York, because you're not really allowed to play on the streets and that you have permits and all. So I think just to have the color, it's like being...
Hundreds gathered to eat, drink, dance, and were happily drenched in vibrant colors at the sold-out event aboard the Peking ship, now in its 4th year.
Slowly I've noticed interest, not only from Indian crowd. We've had, a lot of Americans, Europeans coming in and saying, wait a minute, this is a good event. We like the colors, we like the food, we like the music, we love the music.
For New Yorkers, it's a perfect way to get the community together, to celebrate this fun, festive occasion, and to keep the traditions of India alive across the globe. From Minton, New York, I'm Vaishali Jain.
From New York City to everybody in India, happy Holi!
A new indie video game is about that one thing all of us hated back in school, organic chemistry. But how in the world does it manage to make even that seem like fun? Krish Raghav tells you.
This is a game about organic chemistry. That's right, an entire video game dedicated to the subject that most of us dreaded back in school. But don't let that drive you away, because Space Chem manages the impossible. It makes something as dreary as organic chemistry the premise for a fascinating puzzle game. You play an employee of Space Chem Corporation, a chemicals firm in the distant future. You're posted on various planets around the galaxy and tasked with seemingly mundane assignments: convert ethane to methane and hydrogen, for instance, or rig a reactor to blow up to protect a base against a rampaging robot. You do this by manipulating two instruction sets called Waldos inside reactors. The Waldos are essentially programmable loops. You ask them to pick up molecules, bond them, arrange them in combinations, and drop them off at the delivery point. Now, all of this may sound really boring, but Space Chem is a difficult game to explain. Suffice it to say that it has wonderful level design, and you'll spend many sleepless nights agonizing over the intricacies of your proposed solution. It has a surprisingly decent storyline that holds the puzzles together, and an absolutely wonderful soundtrack that really puts you in the mood for chemistry if that were possible. Space Chem is available as a digital download on game stores like Steam for about ₹600. It's highly recommended, and you won't regret your newfound ambivalence towards organic chemistry.
In the rich culinary traditions of peninsular India, the Syrian Christian cuisine is one of the richest, a heady mix of influences and elements borrowed from the Jewish and Christian, the Syrian and Hindu Keralite kitchens. Chef Vel Murugan of the Welcome Hotel Sheraton, New Delhi shows us how to make a spicy mutton fry that is as spicy and flavorsome as the rich history of the community. Watch this while I say goodbye.
I'm going to make now Eretchi Ulartiyadu. It's mutton dry preparation masala. So we will start. First again we have to use the coconut oil, whole garam masala, bay leaf and cinnamon stick, green cardamom and clove. Add some onion chopped. Onion should be brown color, get it brown color. We'll take some ginger garlic paste, little, and add little water. Add turmeric powder, chili powder, half teaspoon, and jeera half teaspoon, coriander 1 teaspoon, pepper powder 1/2 teaspoon. Cook well with some water. When you make Eretchi Ulartiyadu, masala should be dry, very dry, and add some tomato chop. Now I am going to add mutton, boiled mutton. We can use a fresh also. Put little pressed curry leaves and ginger julienne and slit green chili and coconut flakes, little coconut paste, and add salt. Now I have to add just garnish of coriander leaves and final touch coconut oil little and little vinegar. Yeah, now it's getting ready. Eretchi Ulartiyadu.